Hi, here's another video. I'm having a look at this Nutribullet 600 series blender. It's not working apparently. Let me just plug it and show you what it is. When you put this blender container, when you push the unit down, it's supposed to power on, but it's not doing so, as you can see here. Let me just give you a close-up. What it is, you're supposed to line these lugs up on the blending container, and it's supposed to power on, but I can't even push the thing down. So I'm gonna be having a look at that today. Okay, first thing I've noticed, there's been a leak, some kind of contamination here. These are the switch blades, the white sections there. There's 3 of them. This is the other side here. That's the switch blade, and I think there's been a leak where the blades have become tacky and stuck. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just show you here. I'm supposed to be able to push this down with a pen, but it's just too stiff. It's not moving at all. So I'm going to undo the power for safety, obviously, and dismantle the unit. First thing, there's 4 screws at the bottom here. Just undo them. Lively, just speed this section up, just make the video shorter. And once I've got these screws removed, it's just a case of pulling this base section out. It's the fan cover. Just remove that, put it to one side, and then there's just got to remove this cord grip. The cord pull on the base unit, just undo the one side here and slide it to one side just so I can get the cord out. Slide it to one side like so, and then there's 3 screws here. Just going to undo these 3 screws. Lively also. And that should free up the base unit. Let's get the last screw out there and just pull this base unit off. You can see the contamination around here. Get you close up there, you see that brown stuff. There's been a major leak around this at some stage. So let me just pull the power cord through this base section here. Pull the plug through and put it to one side. Then inside the housing here, you've got these bump stops, 3 of them. Just pull them out like so, and you can see contamination around those also. And then there's just 3 screws. Once I've got the last one out, so undo the 3 screws in the center, and then of the bump stops. Excuse the back of my hand. I'll speed this section up just to make it video shorter, like I said before. These screws out. Now with all of the screws out, this unit should, all the covers should just fall apart, but because it's contaminated, it's stuck together. So I'm just going to have to see if I can work it loose, because all this brown stuff is holding the unit together, and which was obviously preventing it from starting. Okay, you managed to see I've managed to get it separate the housing there. This is the inner housing which I'm removing, and just pull the plug around that also. I've already removed the outer housing. Didn't get that on video for some reason or another. Okay, so let me just show you here. I can see the problem straight away. This is the motor with the yellow tape. I have to give the unit a clean, try not to get that wet. See these white switch blades here, nylon switch blades? They're contaminated, and I think whatever leaked on it made them stick to the side so they wouldn't slide up and down, which they're supposed to. So I'm going to remove these nylon switch blades which connect to the micro switch. There's only 2 of them that connect to the micro switch. One of them's a blank, like a safety switch. Okay, so let me just undo just the one switchblade. Here you can see I'm just undoing the marker switch housing. There's just 2 screws per side. And once I've got these screws out, keep my finger over it because it's spring loaded, so it don't just pop out. Just show you here. Get this switchblade out, the white switchblade there. And let me just put this spring. Show you there, you can see the spring there. You see the switchblade, it's contaminated. And I think that whatever this brown stuff is was kind of gluing it to the side so it wouldn't slide up and down. So I'll just put it to one side. And I've just got to remove the rest. But I'll speed this section up. There's another switchblade and one blank. That's the other switchblade there. And I've turned it around again. This one's just a blank. It's not actually got a switch on it. It just slides up and down the same way. Pop this one out and show you. So if I just remove this nylon switchblade here, you can see all the contamination on the inside. So more than likely that was what the problem was. It was just sticking together and it wouldn't move up and down. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is get the whole unit clean. Let's put a bit of bleach and a bit of fairy liquid in a bucket, like so. And then, oddly enough, it's a nice warm sunny day in England, so I'm going to finish this off outside. You can see all the contaminants around the unit there. So all that brown stuff there. And around here, this is the inner housing, that was the outer. Once I've untangled these pair, I'm just going to pop them in this bucket to soak. I'm going to give the whole unit clean. Pop that in there with the base and the base housing. Just pop them in that bucket. And then I'm going to use this household bleach in this little tub here. A bit of water because I've got the actual switch blades here. There they are there, the switch blades and the bump stops. So I'm going to pop them in this tub. Bleach should break down whatever this brown stuff is. I'm going to give it a soak and just clean it with the brush. That's one of the bump stops. See there? Just get that quick brush and I'm going to leave the whole unit to soak before I give it a clean. Okay, like I said, it's a nice sunny day in England, so I'm going to finish this off outside. And I'm just going to clean these sections with a brush so I can get into the recesses. Just give them a scrub with this brush here. Remember there were brown residues inside the recess. Pop that to one side and I'm just going to clean the base housing, and this is the inner cover and this is the outer cover. Just get them all clean, leave them outside to dry, being as the weather's nice, like so. Okay, so this is the actual motor assembly. Obviously I don't want to get any water on the motor, so what I'm going to do is just get this to show you here what I've got to clean. Let's get this dip this brush in the bucket and I'm just going to clean this section. Like I said, I don't want to get the motor wet, just this section here. I'm going to get rid of all this brown stuff. Got my pipe cleaner in there for the gaps, and inside here, if you remember, it was just full of that brown stuff also contaminated, so I'm just going to give that clean also with my brush. I don't want to get the actual motor part wet. Just give it a clean there and dry it off. And like I said, because it's a nice sunny day, I'll leave these out to dry. Okay, a couple of hours later, it's all nice and dry. I've put everything out in the sun, as you can see, it's all nice and clean. Now let me show you here. If you remember, inside here was had all that contaminated brown stuff. It's nice and clean now. All the little recesses I've got clean also. And you should see here, these are the switch blades. They've all nice and clean with the bump stops, and the covers are nice and clean also, and dry. So it's just a matter of putting the unit back together. Okay, first section I'm going to put together is just pop this switch blade in here, like so, and then this micro switch housing goes over the top. Once I put the spring in, let me just pop the spring back on, and then the housing for the micro switch, the actual switch itself goes here. The spring goes into the little recess there. Get a little close up so you can get a better look. And just push the whole thing down. I've got to, because it's spring loaded, I've got to hold it down and put the screws back in. There's 2 screws. You see me just pop the 2 screws in there and just tighten the whole thing up. And I've got to do this for the other 2 switch blades. Just tighten them up there. But I'm going to fast forward this section when I finish the whole unit off. Once I've showed you that I've fitted one of the switch blades. You see there? Okay, so I've got it all assembled. All the switch blades are in. Let me show you here. And if you press this with a screwdriver, you should hear it click. There's a micro switch here. You can hear it click. Hear that clicking? Okay, so I've got them all inserted, as you can see here. So it's just a matter of fitting the whole thing. Let me just speed this section up, because the video's gone 11 minutes already. So let me just fast forwards as I'm reassembling the unit. Okay, this is the unit complete. Let me show you here. I've got the blender to put it on, as you can see straight away. Let me show you again. Straight away it's powering up, it's working fine now. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Let's get a close up. You see how clean I've got the inside here. And the problem was due to contamination. There was a leak inside. I can press this down with my finger, even one of the micro switches. So that's pretty successfully repaired. So with that, thanks for watching once again, and please subscribe.